Greeny on a Tuesday, and delighted you've chosen to get up with us. We are going to be busy today. Controversy on the hardwood last night. We will get you to it. And we got all the football covered with this squad we have put together today. The big swagoo is here. David Pollack ready to go. Dan Graziano breaking stories. Booger McFarland and Louis Riddick will join us as well. And we begin with the 49ers and their quarterback questions, which began in earnest last season when starter Jimmy Garoppolo missed 10 games due to injury, including each of the final 8. They were 3-3 with him, 3-7 without him, and all of that resulted in last Friday when the team traded up in the draft from 12 to 3, presumably to take one of the top quarterback prospects in this draft. And then it was announced that the general manager, John Lynch, and the head coach, Kyle Shanahan, would be at Alabama's Pro Day today, where Mac Jones will be, and not Ohio State's, where Justin Fields will be. Here's Shanahan on where Jimmy G fits in the quarterback picture.
It's going to be hard to find a quarterback that gives us a better chance to win than Jimmy right now, especially even a rookie in the draft. So that's what you look into. Now, if someone wanted something for that and it can make your team better in a lot of other ways, you listen to that, but it also depends on how good you feel about that rookie. We're not there yet right now, and odds are we probably won't be. We got a guy in here who we know we can win with. We're excited to have him this year, and we're excited to have a hell of a quarterback right behind him, learning from when the time's his.
All right, so there's so much there to unpack, and we will deal with the Jimmy G of it all in a few minutes. But Dan Graziano, let's start with the third pick piece of this. Is it reasonable to say they traded up to 3 knowing who it is they want to take in that spot?
It's reasonable to say, but I think the way to look at this, Greeny, is I believe the 49ers know or have an idea who they would take if the draft were right now, if it were tonight. But there's a month to go, and I also believe they're willing to use that month, or at least a good chunk of it, to gather more information on all these guys and make the most informed choice. So, yeah, I think it's reasonable to believe that, but I'm not 100% sure that it's, that people should start buying up Mac Jones 49er jerseys just yet.
Well, again, so Mac Jones, Justin Fields, Trey Lance feel like the likeliest options to still be there at number 3. Marcus Spears, of those 3, which one are you taking?
Justin Fields. Look, this is not by a mile, G, but this is a part of the evaluation. Look, after Trevor Lawrence, every other team is drafting these quarterbacks because of traits and what they think their potential is in the NFL. And to me personally, looking at the film of these quarterbacks that's coming out, Justin Fields has that potential to probably have a higher ceiling. I love Trey Lance's body, love the way he throws the football, but you see some things that need to be worked on, as well as Justin Fields. But if we are getting to a point after Trevor Lawrence, because Greeny, I don't know if you know, but everybody said 3 days after Trevor Lawrence starts for the Jacksonville Jaguars, he's going to be in Canton that following year. So all these other quarterbacks that we're talking about, you're drafting these guys off of potential and traits. And when I look at between Justin Fields, Trey Lance, Zach Wilson, is a foregone conclusion. Everybody think he's going to the Jets. But when you get to that third guy, Justin Fields, to me, seems to have the most upside. And you have a better evaluation of him against the type of competition he potentially will play on the next level. So to me, it makes sense. It's a no-brainer. But obviously, I ain't drafting nobody.
No, you're not, and David Pollack, neither are you. But I'm asking you the same question. If you're sitting in that seat, who are you taking with the third pick?
I would lean Justin Fields as well. I think he could have a lot of fun with Kyle Shanahan in that offense. Justin Fields has done it. First of all, we're going to watch him run at Pro Day today, and he's going to run low 4.4s, maybe 4.3s. He's 6'3", 225. You watch his deep ball and you watch him throw the ball. He throws it accurate, man. I mean, he throws an accurate football. Just like Zach Wilson has some development he needs to do going through his reads, so does Justin Fields. But when you talk about like a big, beautiful body with great accuracy and a bunch of tools you can really, really work with, Justin Fields has it, man. He's got all those things that you want. So, and you paired him with Kyle Shanahan, I think Shanahan would be pretty happy.
Here's the thing, though, Pollack. I'm going to do some math for you here. You ready? Kyle Shanahan plus Matt Ryan equals MVP of the league and a shot in the Super Bowl, a 25-point lead in the Super Bowl at one point. Mac Jones equals Matt Ryan is what everyone keeps telling me. That's the comparable. So someone tell me, Swagger, why are you making that face? I'm coming back to that. I'm coming to you, Marcus. I'm sorry. You got usurped, Pollock, because Marcus made that face. Mac Jones plus Kyle Shanahan equals MVP of the league. I've seen it happen, Marcus. What's the problem with it? Because he doesn't run 4.3?
Yeah. Well, let's just every time we compare a quarterback to somebody, let's just say their career gonna go like that, right? Like Kyle Shanahan, don't get me wrong. Every quarterback that you've seen in this system has had a level of success where people say, man, that's a really good quarterback. We all agree that Matt Ryan has been a really good quarterback, MVP, all of that. Matt Ryan ain't won a Super Bowl. Jimmy Garoppolo ain't won a Super Bowl. So which one of them took him above the X's and O's? Because the last time I checked, when Matt Ryan won the MVP, he played well, got to the Super Bowl, and couldn't close the door on the New England Patriots. Last time I checked, Jimmy Garoppolo couldn't close the door on the Kansas City Chiefs. Neither one of those quarterbacks went above the X's and O's. So yeah, get to the Super Bowl, have your MVP, and don't have a damn trophy. Let's just celebrate him getting there with these quarterbacks and turning them into MVPs. What about a guy that could potentially take you over the hump and get you to a point? So develop Justin Fields to MVP and add athleticism, you probably have a better shot at Super Bowl.
David Pollock, final word on this before I move on to something else. Go ahead, David.
I just know if I'm Kyle Shanahan, I'm looking at McVay, and he's got Stafford, and LaFleur's got Rodgers, and I'm like, Lynch, give me some help, bro. I mean, I'm a savant. I need somebody to paint with. So I think Kyle Shanahan's like, listen, we need to do whatever we need to do, and that's why they jumped up, and they're going to make this move, because I think Shanahan's like, I can't do it with this.
All right, now you referenced, Marcus, the foregone conclusion that goes ahead of San Francisco. Dan Graziano referenced that on Twitter the other day. Dan Graziano just unleashed a stream of tweets on Friday when these trades broke, and one of the things that he's tweeted was this. The Jets obviously know who they're taking at 2, probably the guy they're watching now in Provo, which is when they were at the Zach Wilson Pro Day, because there's no way the Niners would have made that trade for the 3 without first trying for the 2. Let's take a look at the updated big board. This is Mel Kiper's big board. His favorite players, not favorite, the players he believes are the best in order right now. It was just released this morning. And if you look over there at the top right, he has Justin Fields listed ahead of Zach Wilson. And so, David Pollock, I come back to you. Justin Fields or Zach Wilson? You just gave me Justin Fields over the other options at number 3. But Mel is essentially saying if he was at 2, he would take Justin Fields. What do you think of that, David Pollock?
I don't agree at all. I would take Zach Wilson, and it's listen, I think both of them have things they need to work on, but I see stretches of Zach Wilson as a passer that I'm just wowed. And the new NFL with the ability to throw off platform, listen, you don't have to be the greatest athlete in the world. Zach Wilson's a really good athlete. He's not like Justin Fields, but his ability to buy time and make throws down the field and you saw him in his pro day. I think everybody got a glimpse of that when he's backpedaling, 5 yards, full head of steam, and throws the ball 50 yards down the field. Listen, nobody's covering him, but he did that regularly in the game. His touch, his deep ball accuracy is beautiful. His ability to run multiple systems, I've seen him do it. Is he a perfect prospect by any stretch? No, but Zach Wilson is ranked ahead of Justin Fields in my book.
All right, Marcus, I'm coming to you. If you have the second pick in this draft, and again, I agree with Graziano. I think it's a foregone conclusion the Jets are going to make this guy the second pick in the draft, Zach Wilson. But if you had that pick and Trevor Lawrence is off the board, Marcus, who are you taking?